Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing an interview with your future self on their reflections with regards to your career, your finances, and your relationship. Let's get straight into the reading. First, we are going to be picking 4 piles for you to choose from. I believe this is pile 1 and 2. Oh, this slid off, so that'll be pile number 4. Let's take this one as pile, sorry. Oh, we said 4, so let's keep that as 4, and that'll be pile number 3. Okay, so let's see what we have for your reading today. Pile number 1, you have fine wine. Pile number 2, you have drunk with love. Pile number 3, you have celebrate life. And pile number 4, do not be frustrated. Oh my God, for a future self reading, the cards are super positive today. This is a really diverse deck that says so many things. Very happy with the energies that came in today. Let me tell you, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Amazonite. For pile number 2, you have the cherry quartz. For pile number 3, you have the green grass jasper. And for pile number 4, you have the rose quartz. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be your reading and your interview with your future self today. If you, however, feel drawn to more than one pile, several, all of them, trust your intuition. This way you will get more information that you are meant to receive from your future self. You may be hearing more information that resonate with you, that are important for you to hear about your future. Maybe your future self will be giving advice or some tips, or perhaps just important information that you need to know about what's going on in your future. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Amazonite as well as this card that says fine wine. Longing is the portal to wholeness. I can already see a lot of things happening here. Before we interview your future self, there's an energy to this whole reading. And I did by accident say scar, which gives me the idea that there is a wound, especially with wine going on here, a wound that is healing, because it says fine wine, you know? It looks like something that was painful. You were going through a process and it aged like fine wine. Something is beautiful on the other side where your future self is. I see these look like headphones. And it gives me the idea that your future self is living in peace and harmony, is enjoying their life. So it says longing is the portal to wholeness. I again get the message from your future self, the energy of them saying that you were longing for something, and you have reached it, and you've reached the other side. So that's the main message that we see from your card. These are the 2 decks that we will be using, and we're now going to begin interviewing your future self and asking the first question about the future of your career. So, can we kindly get more information, please? Pile number 1's future self, on what is going on in your career in the future. What has happened to pile number 1? What do you want to tell them about that today? And more details as to things that maybe they're worried about in their present careers, please. And what has happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take some 2 more. Okay, so 1 and 2. So we have 6 tarot cards. Let's pick up 2 oracle decks. 2 oracle cards, unless your future self wants to show us otherwise, and I think they did because we have 3 cards. Okay, so let's put your decks to the side and see what your future self wants to tell you today. First card that you have, whoa, Mars in Aries with impulsiveness. So we see a lot of good luck and a lot of fast movement forward. And you have Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. Loving that for you, pile number 1. Okay. And you have Jupiter in Aries with enterprise. How lovely. I mean, enterprise is a specific word, right? And look at that. It looks like 911, right? It could be something 911 in America. That would be the 11th of September because you guys put the month first. So perhaps something is happening major, some major event, because it's 9/11, some major event is happening for you in September. It's of course one with great luck, because not only do you have one symbol of good luck, you have 2. You have the acorns here and you have the horseshoe. So that's definitely a hit of huge luck happening to you in September. Okay, so let's check out your cards. You have, whoa, right off the bat, it is the scene of the 4 of Wands. So this is the 4 of Swords in the scene of the 4 of Wands. Wow, you have the Tower card, but this Tower card gives me another impression. This specific Tower card gives me the impression that finally an old dogma is, you're breaking away from an old dogma, because you have the Hierophant hat here and it's off. It's blown off. Wonderful. You have the Queen of Wands and you have the Empress sitting in the Queen of Wands. Amazing. Wow. You have the Chariot and we see the Justice here in the Chariot. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of things here. Okay, I'll hold off until I see the rest of the cards. You have the Hanged Man and it has the Temperance with the Hanged Man. And last but not least, you have the Page of Swords. So right off the bat, for a lot of you, since there is a birth here and there is an enterprise as well as the Justice card, I'm seeing that with regards to your job, by September, you're making something official, a new move. Maybe you're signing a new contract, maybe you're opening up your own business or starting a new, with regards to something in your career. It could even be a new position with the Queen of Wands. Now, your future self is saying, with regards to your career, things are now calmer as opposed to the past where maybe things were on fire and you had to maybe run off. You could have been really pressured and under some sort of risk. Here, I see your future self telling you with the Four of Swords that you're now resting and you've now reached a milestone, an important milestone in your career with the Four of Wands scene. And with that fell an old understanding or an old belief that you used to have, that maybe you were going to stay this way forever, maybe you weren't going to find the right thing, or maybe you weren't going to get that position, or maybe you couldn't open up your own business. Whatever this situation is, I see that an old idea, a stubborn idea, has fallen off, and now you are beginning in September some sort of new journey. And the wonderful thing about it, especially that you have the Hangman, is a time where you're getting some rest with the Hangman and the Four of Swords. Things are moving rather quickly, all as you I want to say working less is what I'm seeing, to be honest, because things are moving with the Chariot, but it's not requiring, at least emotionally, the amount of pressure and stress and feeling like things are risky as it used to in your past, of course, from your future self's perspective. I instead see here that your future self with the Queen of Wands is really enjoying what they're doing. And in fact, for some of you with the traveling in Sagittarius and the Chariot, some of you may actually be moving, maybe back and forth or permanently, to a new place, a new city, a new country, or a new building, or a new company. I'm seeing a lot of the Hebrew letter Yods, which usually is found in the moon card. So there is a moon element to this tower, which makes me understand that your future self is telling you your ideas, your subconscious ideas about the fears you had of the future. And that's probably presenting the Hierophant hat here. It has now broken. Your future self is saying that is not as bad as you thought at all. In fact, here in the future, in September, which is wonderful, you're getting a lot of good luck with Jupiter. I see that you're communicating with others and you're really enjoying it, especially with Mercury and Sagittarius. You're doing a lot of fun activities and it involves communicating things that you like. You're feeling adventurous. You're feeling like it's so much fun what you're doing. And overall, there's this feeling of blessings, feeling like you're so blessed to be doing what you're doing at that time of your life. And it's very, see, the Four of Swords is a card of feeling restful, peaceful, maybe sometimes taking a break. While the Tower card is surprises, sometimes chaos. It's also a card of getting things that you're not expected, which kind of gives off the energy of tiptoeing or standing on your toes all the time, or feeling like things are under risk all the time. You know, working hard is one thing, and feeling the risk all the time is another thing. Like, for example, when you have exams, it's okay to feel under stress and to work so hard and to forget about everything else in life during the time of exams. It's not okay, but I guess it's okay when it's once or twice a year. But the Tower card gives the energy of having to live under stress as if you have exams all day, all year round. That's what the Tower energy is really giving me. And seeing that in conjunction with the Four of Swords, you've reached some sort of milestone with the background of the Four of Wands that is allowing you to feel more restful and feel more at peace. And you're breaking free from the old ideas that maybe you had to continue to live like that for maybe the rest of your life. Maybe you thought that this was the way to live, to create a career or to make money. That's definitely changing. And here with the Empress, you're really taking good care of yourself. You're taking good care of your sleep. You're taking good care of your health. You're taking good care of your body. Maybe you didn't have the time to do that before, and you're enjoying that work with the Queen of Wands. Page of Swords shows that by September, this is a new chapter of your life, and you're ready. You're very excited to explore it. And this time you're equipped, because I see an armor around the dog. I see the Fool, which is another symbol of a new beginning, holding the sword, showing that they are curious about this new chapter. They're very excited and thirsty to explore how to make it work, how to make it grow. And overall, I do see that you are enjoying the journey, and you've broken off from some sort of vicious energy that was keeping you on your toes at all times. So yeah, we can clearly see with your career that things are moving fast. It's full of good luck. And for a lot of you, you may be even opening up your own business, or maybe your own business is lucky at this point because Jupiter is a planet of expansion and good luck. And not to mention, there seems to be some more traveling, or you're discovering more exciting things within your career or job. That's the first thing that I see your future self telling us about the future of your career. So excited for you, my dear pile number one. Let me now clear your cards, shuffle the deck, and start interviewing your future self about the future of your finances. All right, we're now about to interview your future self with regards to the future of your finances. But something caught my attention as I was shuffling your decks. Longing is the portal to wholeness. Having seen the Tower card in the first reading, I'm now starting to grasp this more. I'm seeing your future self is telling you that the difficulties, or maybe the challenges that you're going through at the moment, will be the push for you to change your whole reality and reach the things that you want. Okay, so let's start interviewing your future self. Let's start asking, what is the future of pile number one's financial situation, please? What is going on exactly? And let's pick 3 cards as we did with the first part of your reading. And now let's take 6 cards from your tarot cards, unless we're shown otherwise, of course. Pile number one's future self. Can you please give us information on the future of, I feel this one, of pile number one's financial situation in the future? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's check out your tarot cards first. Sorry. Okay, fine. I guess we'll do as we're told. Wow, that was good news for sure. This is the 10 of Wands, right? But the scene itself is the 10 of Cups scene, which means 10 of Wands is an end of a tiresome journey. Maybe you have a lot of financial responsibilities on your back. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe it's making you feel heavy. But the 10 of Wands is an end of a heavy cycle. And you're moving from the 10 of Wands to the 10 of Cups, where you're feeling very blessed about your financial situation. Okay, thank you, future self. Wow, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely a new beginning that you will love. I see blessings pouring in abundantly in your hands. It's like you're receiving a lot of money in abundance. Let's see what the timing is. I hope your future self shows us in what time this is. You have the 8 of Swords, and look at that. This is the scene of the 8 of Wands. So 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. Maybe you feel financially stuck. 8 of Wands is momentum, or things happening quickly. So here now we see from being stuck and feeling that things are heavy to now the energy of finances moving very quickly towards you. You have let's now check them before we start analyzing. You have the Page of Swords. Again, it shows that there's a new beginning. Since this specific card fell in the first pile, when we were reading what are the odds 78 cards, I really see that your future self is referring back to your career reading, and it shows that there's a new chapter or a new page, and it shows me that your career and your financial situation are in fact tied. So it looks like it's within that time frame that we have been looking towards. Sometimes, financial situation and career, as you know, may not always be tied. you have the Five of Swords. This is the figure from the Five of Cups. Five of Cups shows disappointment. Five of Swords is either a card of winning or being defeated. Remember when we saw your Tower card in the career part, you were probably also threatened with regards to your financial situation. I wouldn't be surprised since this card came up. But this is the Five of Swords. I do see from the rest of your cards, since you are winning, this card is referring to you winning financially. Maybe it's winning over some debts that you had to pay, which shows that your future self is telling you you've paid it off. You had maybe some student loans that you're paying off, or some loan from the bank, or maybe mortgage to pay, or you were worried about making ends meet, and this winning would mean that now you have abundantly enough to save, pay what you need to pay, and save, and thus giving you security. This is so sweet. That's why it says fine wine. The situation aged like fine wine. It tastes so good now. Talk about wine. I'm mind blown. So you have the King of Cups and you have the Devil card here holding the wine and the fire. To me, to be honest, the devil can be interpreted in so many ways. Sometimes it's, what's the word called? Temptations and desire. Exactly, desire. And so I feel like you're sitting in a very good position. By September, you're starting to enjoy your financial situation. It's on fire. You're enjoying it. Maybe your future self as well wants to tell you with the Devil card here, enjoy it very much, but be careful to keep yourself afloat at the same time. Sometimes when we get a lot of money, we're tempted to, say, let's do this and let's do that. With the King, this is balanced energy. Keep yourself afloat by, yes, enjoying it, but also making sure that you let it age with you, just like wine. Save, make sure your future is safe, because it could be very tempting with that large amount of money. Think of things very well before you spend. Maybe you want to invest in something, or you want to put it away, or you want to be careful with something. Whatever it is, your future self is giving a hint of being careful. You're doing well, you're keeping afloat, but be careful. Okay, perhaps it's expressing its own worries in the future. Okay, now it's time to check your oracle cards. Look at that. Mercury and Gemini with excitement. It looks like you're getting some exciting news in your future with regards to your finances. You're going to hear things that you're going to love. Maybe you're going to hear about your new salary in this new position that you're moving to, or you will hear some good news with regards to the market. In case you have your own job, your own business, you're hearing some good news for sure, and it's super exciting. You have, look at that, Mars and Capricorn with authority. You really feel control of your financial life. Maybe even your future self here is referring to your new authoritative position, if we can say that, or your new position is getting you a lot of money, and you feel safe and secure in that new position. And it's providing you a lot. 10th house is career, so I think I was right with that. I see that your new position, either in the market or in your new position in your role, is securing a lot of good financial news. Also, the excitement could be the excitement of your new role or your new position. And last but not least, you have the moon in Capricorn with practicality. I see, again, this is career, the 10th house. I see your future self is telling you your life and your career is now in order. You kind of know what to expect when it's growing, because we are seeing seeds that are being planted. Also with the cat tails, it's used for insulation. So I see your future self is telling you, do not worry. Your future is insulated. You have more than enough to go around. You have more, maybe you're helping others out. You have more than enough to save and to do the things that you want. Definitely here your future self is saying, in terms of your career, it's overflowing, you're winning, you are doing great. Love your reading for you, my dear pile number 1. So happy for you. Let me now clear this part of your reading and see what your future self is telling you about the future of your relationships. Oh, I forgot to mention something before I clear this. 2 Capricorns, especially with the 10th house and 2 Capricorns, I'm really seeing your future self is saying your hard work has paid off. Okay, so now let's start interviewing your future self on information with regards to the future of your relationships. So, pile number 1's future self. Can you kindly give us more information, please, with regards to the future of relationships for pile number 1? What is going on? All right, we'll be taking 6 cards from your tarot deck as well. What is the future? What's going on in the future with regards to pile number 1's relationships? So 1, 2, and 3. Please provide us with information. 1, 2, and 3 on relationships, on your relationships in the future. Okay, so let's check out your oracle cards first. Right, so you have Jupiter in Capricorn with control. I really feel the energy that things are under control with regards to this energy. It seems that something has come full circle here for you. So things are under control. If things were chaotic in this energy before, maybe you've had a partner and you weren't talking to each other, or maybe there were a lot of fights, I do see that your future self is telling you that things are now calming down and the relationship between the two of you is now wiser. That could be one thing. If you're not in a relationship or not even interested in being in a relationship, however this is in that area of your life, things seem to have come full circle and they're in control. You're quite happy about it. Let's find out more information on how that is. So you have Venus in Scorpio with secrets. Look, I'm feeling all these little figures here, especially with secrets. For some of you, if you're single, looks like there's a lot of butterflies happening in your future, especially with the Venusian energy. Scorpio energy shows me that there's a lot of attraction going on. And you have Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Let's find out more. I think when we take a full a look at your cards, we'll get an exact idea of what your future self is telling you. This, of course, this part is about relationships with everyone around you. So you have the Lovers, and look, drunk with love. I told you. Pile number 1, if you are single, things are on fire. I think you and someone are here really attracted to each other, and a serious business going on here, I think, because they both look very much in love here. Okay, so you have the 3 of Cups. This is the background of the 3 of Swords, and we see the 3 of Cups. That tells me a lot, but I'll get into it. Make sure that I cover all areas of your relationships. You have the Page of Cups, and it has Temperance, and you can see the fish moving from the silver chalice to the golden one. A great transformation is happening in the area of relationships for sure in your future. It's not stagnant. It's not the same as what it is now. If you've been having some trouble, things are now under control. They're good, and you're moving into something better. You have the Star card. You're loving. Wow. There's a lot of healing and a lot of getting your hopes with regards to this area of your life. You have, look, you're overly blessed in that area. This is the 10 of Pentacles, but it is in the scene of the 10 of Swords. So it looks to me, 10 of Swords, is a figure that's lying on the floor, face down, as you can see, but instead of the Pentacles, they have 10 swords on their back. So it looks to me like you've had a lot of pains and difficulties in this area of your life. Also with the swords on the back, you could have had people stabbing you in the back. You could have had a lot of pains, and that shows it because it's in conjunction to the background of the Three of Swords. You can see you were bleeding, you were hurting. And in your future self is literally saying what used to be painful is now something you're celebrating. An area, I mean, that used to be super painful is now an area that you are celebrating. I see a lot of people around you at this point. I don't know when, maybe in November, maybe in October, something maybe starting in August, around this time, you know, so it's around the third quarter of this year. It seems like so many things are changing around that time for you. And I see you moving into a better environment, seeing the chalices here. There's a movement to a better environment. That could be maybe you are changing your environment, or with the wings and the chariot as we've seen, and the Sagittarius that we've seen in the first part of your reading in the career. Maybe a lot of you are even moving, so you might be meeting new people that you really get along harmoniously with. These seem to me, because this card kind of makes me feel like an empathetic group, you know, feeling each other, having sympathy, for being there for each other when things are good as well as when things are bad. They don't feel like you need to carry these pains on your own. They're just there for you. I genuinely feel that you are very happy around this time with relationships. I also strongly feel for a lot of you, if you are single, there's a message here for you. There are butterflies, and there is like two people really into each other, especially that is falling under the star. I feel like you're a match. You're a dream come true to both of you. You're meeting someone around that time. There are vibes here of flirtation, but I don't feel like it's flirtation where you don't know if the other person likes you or not. I genuinely feel this is flirtation where you know that this person is definitely into you. And you have the Seven of Swords in the scene of the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a scene of, having fantasies, dreaming of something big. Now, the Seven of Swords are the ones in the clouds. You know, the Seven of Cups is a card of sometimes being too optimistic, that you start building castles in the clouds. I'm seeing here that you are in the future realizing that your old ideas, because swords represent ideas, your old ideas about what could be limiting or tricky, that maybe things weren't going to happen for you, are now the ones that are in the clouds. You've woken up and realized that your patterns of thoughts with regards to something or some things in relationships with other people have now been debunked. And they've perhaps been debunked by having better people around you, especially with Mercury and Aquarius. I feel like you've gotten a lot of your thoughts clear. You have put things in the right perspectives. If you have been avoiding people, then you've realized that you maybe have been avoiding people for the wrong reasons. Maybe you've had bad experiences in the past, or if you thought you weren't going to meet the right friends or people, maybe you felt like people weren't good. Maybe you're meeting better people. There's great movement here. Maybe your thoughts were about love and relationships. Maybe you thought you weren't going to meet the right person. It looks like this is happening here. I know that this flag is always in the judgment card. That's the angel in the judgment card, which, by the way, shows that something is rising in your life. Maybe you were looking for a relationship, it wasn't there in your life. Maybe it's the resurrection of some feelings, as we've talked about here. Maybe you really weren't interested. Whatever the case is, the flag is standing out to me, surprisingly. I mean, we see the judgment card all the time, but I believe this is the English flag, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe you're meeting someone from England, or it could also just be a small a presentation of the UK in general. Maybe you're moving to the UK, maybe you're meeting someone from the UK, or meeting a best friend from the UK. Something, I think, for some of you has to do with the UK, because I just noticed it. It was funny. Also, the reversed flag, the red flag with a white cross, is Denmark. So maybe you're meeting some people from Denmark, maybe you're moving to Denmark, or a Scandinavian country. But overall, seeing the Temperance card and seeing Jupiter and Capricorn with control, I see that your future self is telling you that things are really under control in this area. You're enjoying it. You're happy. Seeing the Ten of Pentacles in conjunction to the Star card, it's like what you've been hoping for in this area is just at its optimum, not just good, because look at these two cards. You are showered with blessings in that area of your life. There's also a lot of healing in that area. That's very clear. Maybe some old wounds that you've had with regards to dealing with people or love or something of the sort is now genuinely healing, and you feel revived and you feel strong and happy. And that is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number one. Not to mention that your future self is highlighting the fact that so many of your old beliefs that may have been in your subconscious mind that you may not have even been aware of, these thoughts are clearing away, and you're really seeing the world from a new pair of eyes, a clearer way to see the world. You know, you can put things into perspective very, very well. What's good, what's not, what your boundaries are, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you want to do, being able to present yourself in the way you want to present yourself, having healthier connections. We can see all that happening for you, my dear pile number one. I have enjoyed your reading so much. I wish you all the best of luck with that. It seems your future self is coming from a time towards the end of the year. I specifically feel that it's towards the third quarter of this year. September, October, and November. Oh my God, no, of course not. That's the third and the fourth quarter. Okay. So my dear pile number one, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are truly there to help you out with your journey in manifesting the things that are important to you. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away. Really, as soon as you finish this ebook, you'll find it small but full of techniques on brilliant ways of approaching productivity and how to become a productive person. Techniques that will help you tackle even the most intimidating tasks. And most important of all, you'll see that this book will shift your mindset to a healthier mindset, where you start enjoying productivity and not seeing it as journey that you have to suffer through. Otherwise, you're going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It's another book that I genuinely wanted to bring out to you because I felt that there was conflict in eating healthy and being productive. It just takes a lot of our days. And for this reason, I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even get both ebooks. There are no duplicates. This way, you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from for the rest of your life, really. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number one, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly hope you enjoy this part of your life and the rest of your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful cherry quartz as well as this beautiful card that says, Drunk with love. Let love lift you to freedom. So right off the bat, before we start your interview with your future self, I really have an idea what your future self wants to bring to the table. I genuinely feel this energy of love. I feel like your future self is saying that they're truly in love with the future and how it unfolded and how things are happening, especially in these areas with career, finances, and relationships. So there's a general air of gratitude, feeling fulfilled and feeling happy. But let's get straight into your reading, and we are going to be interviewing your future self with regards to these 3 topics. We're first starting out with your career. So, pile number 2's future self. Whoa, thanks, these were ready. Can we kindly get more information about pile number 2's career, please? All right, so these are your oracle cards. Let's now pick 6 tarot cards, unless your future self shows us otherwise. So that's 1. I also see this one as 2 and 3. Okay, also this one. Wonderful. 4. And we need 2 more cards. 4, 5, and 6. Wonderful. So let's see what your future self has to say. Wow, you have Jupiter in Taurus with status. Isn't that wonderful? Right off the bat with your career, we have status. You also have Moon in Aquarius with independence. You know, okay, I'll hold it off until we see the rest of your cards. And you have Jupiter in Leo with publicity. Wow! I see why your future self is in such a great place. I love that for you. Okay, so let's see your tarot cards. You have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Love Angel sitting on the throne of the King of Pentacles, holding the pentacle. I mean, you really can see here a status, a great position that you really love and feel blessed about. You have the Tower card, and you see the hat of the Hierophant and Old Dogma being released. It also reminds me of that crown that we're seeing in the status card. So this kind of tells me, if we take a look at the cards, that your mind will be blown away with the type of status you're getting in your future. You also have the 4 of Wands. This is the This is the background of, or the scene rather, of the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is kind of like feeling okay, feeling fine, but feeling like you would love to have more in your career. Like you're fine, but you feel like you maybe with the Wands here, kind of stuck in your place. You're okay, but you were wishing for more, weren't totally satisfied. And look at that. I think you're being handed a new position in your future, a grand one for sure, because this looks like the Ace of Wands. So a new passionate or new creation. It depends on where you are in your career, whether you're doing something independently or whether you're working for a small company or a big company. I see so many things, but let's first see the rest of your cards. Oh my. So you have the King of Wands, and here we have the Emperor. And look at the Emperor's scepter. It's so big. So we keep seeing a grand position. Make no mistake about that, my dear pile number 1. That's very clear, as you can see. You have the Knight of Swords, and we see the Death riding the Knight of Swords, which shows me especially that it's in conjunction to the Tower card, that something is falling off, you're letting something go, or something is falling for something bigger and better and stronger to rise. And now things are moving very quickly with the Knight of Swords. Here you have the World card, completion, and you have within the World card the Hanged Man. So a situation is reversing in your career. It's ending something, but making a new chapter in your life begin. And also the World card is a card of completing a wish finally coming true. So I see a lot of power in your future career and a lot of wealth as well with the King of Pentacles. This is going to come with a new position that will blow your mind. It's not like you weren't happy, but you kind of felt a little bit restrained in your position, maybe now, and you're being offered from the universe a new beginning, a new much bigger and powerful position. With independence here, this is talking to some of you that want to open up a new business in the future, or maybe you have your own business. It looks like it's thriving. There seems to be publicity. There seems to be a strong word of mouth. People are, going to you. A lot of people are aware of what you're doing, and they are seeing you as unique. They're flocking towards you. There's probably even a lot of good marketing that is helping you with that as well. If you don't have your own business, this is saying here that with status and publicity, there you have a great reputation for being the sole person that can be the one to be chosen for this position. Meaning there is certainly no question about it. And again, drunk with love comes into mind. You love where you are at this point, because I do see that in the past, which is perhaps now, you're okay. Look, you have a little crown there. It shows me that you're okay. But it's not what you're looking for, It's not what you're hoping for, and it's certainly not up to the standards of your dreams, if we can say that. And I, again, want to emphasize on the fact that something is falling. And it's transforming into something else. Yeah, something is shifting in your career here. What could be falling? It could be many things. Maybe you're leaving your job and you're creating your own business, and it's working beautifully. Maybe all the status here is your position in the market. Also, this could mean you're leaving an old job and getting a better position somewhere else with a better salary. It could mean you're leaving a department and you're moving to another department. Maybe you're becoming a regional manager, so you're within the same company, but you're leaving a certain building and you're moving into somewhere else that is in charge of this regional place. It could be many, many things. Please take these as examples. There could be way more. I'm reading the energy. The energy specifically is something falling behind, or an old energy falling behind, and you're experiencing a new type of energy that is full of blessings. It's full of a great position. Blessings, and I mean financial blessings here specifically. A new position. The love angel here shows me that you're really going to love this new position. Is this the love angel, or is this the temperance angel? Let me check. Yes, correct. This is the angel that appears in the Lover's card with all the flames here. All right. So your future self is obviously showing you that there is an end of a chapter. Transformation, completion card with the World card, Ace of Wands. There's clearly an end of a chapter and a new beginning in the chapter of your career. You feel more in charge with the independence here, and you feel more in control of your career and of your future. You feel there's great power, certainly, with that position. And most importantly, you're enjoying the great reputation that is surrounding you. I see a top star, people pointing, saying, this is the right person. This is definitely person that knows how to do it. This is the person you can depend on. Yeah, wonderful reputation that you've built for yourself here, my dear pile number 1. Now, with regards to timing, if we look at your tarot cards, most of them are either major arcana or court cards. The only number we see here in your tarot cards, at least, is the Four of Wands. And this card is pulling me in when I take a look at timing, is because it has the Ace of Wands. It shows us this new beginning. So this could be within 4 months, 4 to 5 months, perhaps. It seems like this is where your future self is pointing towards. In fact, I feel like it's from 5 to 11 months. But certainly the certain big beginning would be around 4 to 5 months. Also with Aquarius, I really do see that you will be labeled as very knowledgeable, someone that knows and understands their field very well. So, my dear pile number 1, this is the first part of your reading with regards to your future self and their information on the future of your career. And we're seeing somewhere around 4 to 5 months here. It's like you're putting on a new hat, by the way. You're removing an old hat and putting on a new hat, maybe showing a bigger position. Bigger position here. So, especially that the crown is smaller here and we see a bigger crown. So yeah, it's like you're changing hats, changing positions into something bigger, for sure. Okay, so this is what I see, my dear pile number 1. Let me clear your cards, shuffle your decks, and interview your future self on the next question, which is finances, the future of your finances. All right, so now let's interview your future self on the future of your finances. Oh, I already see your future self providing us with your 3 oracle cards. Thank you so much. Actually, they look like 4, so we're going to take these. Okay, let's ask again, or rather the first time. Can we kindly get more information, please? The future self of pile number 2. Can you kindly provide us, please, with information on the future of finances for pile number 2? Thank you. So 1, 2, this one's moving, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. All right, so let's see what you have, my dear pile number 2. We already see 4 cards on your finances. Right, so you have, wow, Sun in Capricorn with achievements, wonderful. You have, whoa, Jupiter in Aries with enterprise. We keep seeing for you, some of you is going independent, doing their own thing, okay. You have Venus in Aries with lust. Oh my, you're really loving what's going on, especially with finances, my dear pile number 2. And last but not least, you have Sun in Pisces with vision. That's wonderful. Okay, let's now take a look at your... something is interesting here at your tarot cards. Look at that, 10, 1 and 1 is 11, and 12. So this gives me a clear clue, first of all, in terms of timing. We're taking a look at the last quarter of this year. It looks like there's a lot of good luck with finances, with lust here and love. You're loving what's going on. For some of you as well, there's an achievement with real estate. Maybe you work in real estate, or maybe you're buying something with the amount of money that you're amassing. Maybe you already have a mortgage that you're paying, and towards the end of the year, you're paying it off. Obviously, this pile has super powerful cards with regards to finances so far. This is not what I'm seeing with this huge real estate here and vision, especially lust, enterprise. This is not like, hey, you're making good money. This is wealth here, right there. So happy for you, pile number 2. Let's check out the rest of your cards. So, wow. So you have the 3 of Pentacles. This is the scene of the 3 of Cups. If you have your own enterprise, and as we saw, independent, here it shows that you have a huge market share, or it could also mean that you have loyal customers that keep coming back and love what you have to offer. You have, wow, the Knight of Swords. It was your pile, yes, where this Knight of Swords came up. Was it your pile or pile number 1? Let me focus. I think it was pile number 1. Right, so Knight of Swords. And the death figure is on the Knight of Swords, showing that there isn't just a transformation, but there is a transformation in your financial situation that is happening rather quickly. Once it begins, you're going to feel like you're amassing huge amounts over and over very quickly. You have the Two of Swords, and this is in the scene of the Two of Wands. And look at that, we have vision. The Two of Wands is having a vision, but here we see a vision being tainted, perhaps because of pains. We'll take a look at your pile. The hand here is appearing twice. A healed hand, probably. Look at that, healing finances. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a wish fulfillment card. It is appearing in the scene of the Nine of Swords. So that explains very well what we're seeing here with the Two of Swords. You have the Temperance card, and we see a figure holding the iris of the Temperance. And you have also, there is an emphasis on Sagittarius. I know, of course, that the sign for the Temperance card is Sagittarius. And you have the Four of Swords in the scene of the Four of Wands. Wow. So look at the first thing we're seeing with the last card. First of all, the Four of Wands is a card of reaching a certain milestone. So towards the end of the year, you're definitely financially reaching a certain milestone that you will absolutely be celebrating. It's helping you hear a lot of financial woes. I can see you being hurt with finances in the past. Maybe this is talking about certain loans that were hurting you, certain financial responsibilities, and I see your hand has healed. I feel like with a hurt hand, maybe you weren't able to keep all the money that's coming in because it was leaking somewhere else. I see towards the end of the year, my dear pile number 4, there's so much wealth coming in. Your hands are healing. They're no more leaking. And you are able to keep the money that's coming in for you. I see that you probably had a lot of debts, and maybe this is representing, counting month by month as you try to pay it off. You're like, oof, I paid January. Oof, I paid February. March, finally I paid March. How many months do I have left, or how many years do I have left? And it was like financial woes. You couldn't sleep at night thinking about all the debts that you had, or all the things that you had to pay off, all the financial requirements that you had. Maybe you were even worried, oh my God, what am I going to do in the future? What if I lose my job? What if I don't get the amount that I'm expecting? What if this? What if that? And do you see, some months were easy for you to pay, some months were average, but some months were brutal. And we can see towards the end here, you're paying things off in a comfortable way. So rest at peace, my pile number 2. If you feel like you have a lot of financial burdens and fears and pains, and it scares you at night, I see that your your future self is saying that there is a great achievement financially, especially in terms of in the areas where there were financial woes, debts perhaps being paid off completely, and being able to regulate your finances, and being able to pay off the things that used to scare you. All right, here with the first house and lust, I see that you're now really being able to take care of yourself so well. You feel pampered. You genuinely feel greatly taken care of, and you're able to do whatever you wish for. with your finances, Nine of Pentacles, with your finances, you're able to make your dreams come true. Also, we see with the Four of Swords, with this milestone now happening in your life, there is rest. There is tranquility in terms of the worries of finances. That's greatly being emphasized in your reading here. What you used to scare you, the worries that you had, if in case you couldn't see if you could pay it off or not. There are a lot of money coming in that you're not seeing or you're not counting for with the swords, but it is coming, and it's allowing you to greatly rest, at least mental rest, when it comes to your finances. I see here that you will be achieving a lot with Capricorn and in the 10th house in the area of your work. And it is your work that is in fact helping you pay off all of these debts or pay off all of these responsibilities. And you will be reaching, like I keep mentioning, a great milestone. At some point of the year, you will start seeing that things will be moving very quickly for you in such an abundant way. It's almost something that you won't believe. I feel like this is the figure from the Lovers card. And they're moving from one terrain to the other. Again, we're seeing the idea that you will love this shift in reality that you're getting with your finances. We also see her picking up the iris flower from the Temperance card. The iris flower in the Temperance card symbolizes the Greek goddess Iris, who carried messages from gods to humans. And I see here that there is a strong message from your future self, that your future is looking very bright in terms of finances. If you have a lot of worries at the moment, really your future self is telling you it is absolutely not necessary, and you will be resting forever from these fears. Why? Because I see that you will be using your finances very well. You'll be using it skillfully, I believe. Also, I see that you have a great vision with regards to your work that will help you achieve and amass that type of wealth. Good luck with that, my dear pile number 2. You seem to know what you're doing. You seem to have maybe a good idea. And as you go along with your work, you will be creating things. You're going to be seeing ideas in your mind. Do know that these ideas are messages to you to help you channel things that you're supposed to do on your journey that will absolutely help you amass a lot of money that you're meant to receive, my dear pile number 2. And it's sort of like a handout from the gods or the universe straight into your hand through these ideas that it's inspiring you with. Maybe you're going to get an idea to take a class. Maybe you're going to get an idea to market something. Maybe you're going to get an idea to open up your own enterprise. Or maybe you're getting an idea to ask your manager for something or to apply for a certain position. Do know that in the coming period of your life, you're going to be bombarded in a good way with great ideas that will open up your eyes to seeing new ways of doing something. And these ideas will be very successful and will charge and help you move forward greatly, succeeding in your career and especially in the area of finances. Looking very good, my dear pile number 2. I'm very happy for you. Let's now interview your future self with regards to the future of your relationship. What is it looking like and what is happening exactly? I'll be back in a second. All right, so now let's interview your future self on the future of your relationships. What does it want to say to you? What is exactly going on in this area? And again, I see your future self is offering us 4 oracle cards and not 3. So let's see what this is all about. Let's now pick up your tarot cards and ask the same thing. Pile number 2's future self. May you kindly give us more information for pile number 2, please, on the future of their relationships and what is it like and what is exactly going on. Okay, right, so let's check out your oracle cards first. You have Mercury in Capricorn with organization. Beautiful. Oh, that's nice. You have Jupiter in Scorpio with manipulation. Okay. And you have Moon in Pisces with empathy. Beautiful. That's nice. And you have Mars in Cancer with quarrel. Look at that. Something's going on here that your future self wants to tell you about. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So right off the bat, you have the Five of Swords. This is the figure of the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of disappointment. The Five of Swords is a cup of either winning or losing. And look at that here. You're definitely, there's some sort of head-to-head conversation or argument going with someone key here. Okay, let's see the rest of your cards. You have the Page of Pentacles, and this is the Hanged Man. Interesting, they're no longer hanged. So that's wonderful. You also have the Page of Swords, and we see the full figure in the Page of Swords, showing some sort of new beginning. And it looks to me now like you are the one winning. You're armored, you know what to do, you're careful. Well, careful is not really the right word. I mean protected. You're courageous rather, not careful. And your situation has shifted where you were sacrificed. You have now started a new beginning, which means that this Five of Swords shows winning over someone that could have been very manipulative and was arguing a lot in your life, causing a lot of chaos. So that is wonderful news. There seems to be a great highlight here with regards to this situation. And again, I'm seeing with the 10 and 12, that is towards the end of the year, the last quarter of the year. So your future self throughout this reading is talking about the last quarter of this year. You also have this is the Five of Wands, but this is the scene of the Five of Swords again. This is the real Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords should look like that, and they should have swords instead of the Five of Cups figure. So that's the background of the Five of Swords. So you have the Five of Swords twice, except that this is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is challenges, competition, someone, challenging you and fighting with you, and look at where this is falling. But again, it looks like to me that you are winning. There is an emphasis that your future self is telling you, if you think you're not going to win, I'm showing you again, you are winning over someone who was manipulative in your life, caused great chaos, and really brought a lot of arguments into your life, quarrels. And that's why when I saw this, I was like, is your future self trying to say that there's order now in communication specifically with someone who's manipulative? Let's see. And it looks like this is the situation here. You also, whoa, look at that. You have the Three of Cups. This is the scene of Three of Wands. So this shows that there is a situation of empathy after being greatly hurt. So this could show that maybe this person was manipulative and gaslighting behind the scenes. No one believed you, no one could see what's happening. And now you see a lot of people empathizing with you and listening to you, finally hearing your side of the story and realizing that it was this person that was manipulative all along. Is this a manager? Is this a friend, a parent, a spouse, an ex, a partner? Whoever this is in your life, it seems like your future self is putting a lot of emphasis on this person in your future self's reading, and they're showing you that you're now protected and there is a new beginning, one that you have greatly been praying for, where you're no longer sacrificed by this person. Wow, look at that, the Knight of Pentacles. And we see a lot of things here. We see the Chariot, we see the zebra. The zebra reminds me, of a zebra crossing the other side. So you're way past that and you're moving past that Is this everything your future self is providing? It looks like that. It looks like your future self is mainly focused here with relationships, with regards to you moving past someone totally who has been hurting you greatly, has been bringing a lot of chaos in your life, maybe even trauma, with all of this heartache, my dear pile number 2. And I'm so sorry about that, but you're winning, finally winning over this situation. I see a boat being built. It seems like you're slowly even moving out or moving away from this person. And since we're seeing you're winning, I see that your future self wants to show you, in fact, how you're going to be winning. Not only are you going to have a very bold, smart communication to prove your point with this person, although I know that with a manipulative person that doesn't work, but you seem to be cold. Well, I said cold. I wanted to say bold, but you could be cold, sharp-tongued. But also, I think you're gonna have the courage to speak up. But I'm also seeing Demeter here. We're seeing wheat and we're seeing Demeter. And so I see you're gonna strategically do something here. You know, Demeter, when she lost Persephone to the god of the underworld, Hades, she didn't know what to do. And she kept looking for her daughter. She was crying, she was sad, she asked about her, she tried to distract her, to extract her from the underworld, and she just couldn't do it. And the other gods did not help her, and she was so sad that she cried. And since she is the goddess of agriculture, she just left the world, and the world was dying, the plants were dying, and it was danger to the whole world. And so at this instant, the gods decided to help, especially Zeus. And of course, Hecate was by her side, not because of anything, but she helped her. But what I want to say is that it seems like perhaps before you weren't heard, nobody helped you in any way, you were standing in this war alone. And it looks like because of some decisions that you're making, there we go, and maybe shifts, just like the table shifted, shifts that you're making, or something that may be causing some sort of woe to the people around you. I think you'll have people interfering and helping you with this situation. I think this is what your future self is telling you here. Maybe you were going to take some action, maybe legal action, maybe you were going to leave. I'm not sure exactly, but part of your sadness with the situation, it looks like you're announcing to do something boldly, and it's causing other people to go, whoa, okay, now this is getting too big. This has to stop. This cannot go on. Yes, you have been taking something from this person that wasn't yours, wasn't rightfully yours, or you've been causing a lot of chaos and trouble to this person, and this definitely has to stop. And I see you after a long war, because this looks to me like a river of blood. After long wars and long heartaches, again, we see the water full of blood here. You are tired, you are hurt, and you're getting a new beginning. You're finally feeling like you're heard. And I don't want to say your mission achieved, but more like you got your rights achieved, and you're crossing to the other side, no longer having to deal with this person anymore. You're finding a lot of peace. You feel like you're finally heard, and you're happy. You're getting a lot of empathy, most importantly, on this situation, because it looks to me like you were standing alone. And yeah, you're getting loyalty on your side. And you're finally happy to see this situation shifting to your favor, my dear pile number 2. It looks like you're going to love this win that's happening for you. It was probably brutal and unfair. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see for your reading on your future selves. answers with regards to what is your future on your career, finances, and relationships. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to truly help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this journey. It's full of technical advice and strategies and methods that help you approach productivity in a smart way, and it teaches you how to tackle even the most intimidating tasks that you have. You'll really find it helping you achieve productivity in a smart way and not in a hard way. Overall, it teaches you a healthy mindset on how to be a productive person, that it's a journey that you're not meant to suffer through, but a journey that you are meant to enjoy. Otherwise, you're going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. I was very passionate about this book. I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. There's also a vegan version if you're vegan. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. This way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll also find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. I loved your reading, wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the green grass Jasper, as well as your card Celebrate Life. Make your life a celebration. I love the positivity of this card. You know, this deck is full of positive, neutral, negative. I don't want to say negative, but things like don't worry and other things like that. Or keywords like doubt and things like that. But really, the positivity of that card is giving me a great impression about the general message that your future self wants to give us for this reading. So that is wonderful. Celebrate life. I feel like your future self is genuinely celebrating how things have happened in your future. So today we're making an interview with your future self on 3 things. First, we'll ask your future self about your career, then finances, and then relationships in general. So starting your reading, we want to ask your future self about, what do they see in the future? Oh, I see 4 cards. In terms of what's happening in your career. What's going on there, please? So, future self for pile number 3, can you kindly give us more details on exactly what is going on in pile number 3's career in the future, and perhaps a timing of when this reading, the information in this reading is in, please. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have Moon in Leo with appreciation. I mean, the keywords here, celebration, appreciation. It's so nice. So Moon in Leo with appreciation. With the 5th house having to do with creativity and self-expression, I also feel you're very happy because you're enjoying what you're doing. And with the cornucopia, which is a symbol of great blessings, I feel like you're doing what you love in the future and you're getting a lot of results and wealth, blessings for it. So you're prosperous in your future. You have Venus in Cancer with birth. So your future self is definitely talking about something that a creative endeavor or a creative thing that you have started that is giving you a lot of success, happiness in life, and also a lot of prosperity. Wow. Moon in Libra with companionship. I can't help but think for a lot of you, this could be a business that you're starting in your future. Maybe you've already started something. on your own. Maybe this is something on the side. Maybe this is a new like job. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you have birthed on your own. It could be the beginning of a new company or a new deal that you've created with others or with someone else. That could be a job, that could be a partnership with someone, that could even be talking about the customers that you have. In all cases, there's a strong bond between you and this company or these people that love your service or product, and you are thriving in the future, very appreciative of the life that you have in terms of your career, very happy about it. You feel like it's fulfilling, it's full of creativity. And this is something that you have obviously started in the future, or maybe even now, that you're very grateful about in your future. Okay, so let's check out the last oracle card that came out. You have Mercury in Leo with drama. Let's keep that here and explore it further. Right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards now and see what this is all about as well. You have the Seven of Swords. This is the scene of the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is like having fantasies, having dreams. You have the Page of Cups, and we see a silver chalice into a gold chalice. We see the fish of the Page of Cups. But here we have the Temperance figure. Interesting. You have the King of Cups, and we see the Devil. Lovely. You have the Ten of Swords. This is the figure holding the Ten of Wands. So I feel like you're really enduring something. Okay. And you have the Justice card. We see the Strength card sitting in place of a Justice card. So we see your future self kind of here speaking about overcoming a certain difficulty. Perhaps this is the drama that we're watching here, and now you're really happy and appreciative of what's going on. And that's why we saw from the silver cup to the gold cup, it's like you moved from one thing to the other. And with the Temperance, it's like things came into balance. Page of Cups, a new beginning that you love. And here again, unbelievable, you have the Temperance card with the Hanged Man. So I'm seeing here that obviously at the moment you could be having some troubles at work. And by troubles, I kind of feel like it's a tricky situation with the Seven of Swords. Maybe with the Ten of Wands, you feel like you are overwhelmed with things that you have to do. But with the Ten of Swords, this shows that you are also at risk. So not only are you overwhelmed, but I feel like you feel you're working so hard and you have to keep it up because you don't want to lose your job. But at the same time, the job that you are in now perhaps has a lot of drama, or there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of emotions involved. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. See, the Devil here is floating on the King of Cups. And when I've taken a look at the silver chalice pouring into the gold chalice, the first thing I thought about was silver is also a precious metal, which kind of gives me the idea that it seems like you're already in a good situation. Like you have a good job, but it's the details of that job that could be the difficult part about it. Like maybe you have a wonderful job with the King of Cups here. It's keeping you afloat. But at the same time, these knives are presenting the drama that's going on in the office. Maybe it's very toxic, or maybe it's taking a toll on you. And you feel like you have to drag your feet every day or every morning towards it. And overall, it's really a tricky situation. And so Temperance showing up twice, there is an insistence from your future self that this has finally come into balance in your future. you're not suffering as much as at all actually in your future, because here we have a birth, we have a new beginning from this dramatic toxic energy that I see your future self is talking about. I see your future self telling you there's so much more that you cannot even imagine, because that's the background of the Seven of Cups. You could be in a tricky situation now, but with the Seven of Cups, I see your future self telling you, you have no idea how you're going to go beyond everything that you are seeing now. With the Justice card, with the Strength card in the Justice card, things are coming into balance. And you, with Strength, you are strongly overcoming that which used to bring you down. Also, I see with the Justice card, something may be coming official. So this could be you, making a new contract with a new company here. I see some sort of dealership going on, or a new deal, a new partnership, a new job. Also, like registering a new company, that could be very significant for some of you here. Yeah, it's like, I'm tired of this. Maybe I can do it on my own. Maybe I can do something that I love, you know? And you start opening up your new company, and with it, you end that drama or this difficulty that you have been going through. All in all, whatever this is, you are going to be creating a new beginning for yourself. Maybe through an idea, or maybe through following your passion, or through following your gut with regards to maybe a new company or a new industry or something else that will absolutely take you from the threats of the current job that you're in into something that is, I want to say, more protective, or yeah, definitely more like you can rely and depend on its safety. The Hanged Man here shows that your future self is showing us that you may be at the moment in a situation where you feel absolutely sacrificed. You are not really happy. You feel like things are hanging. They're not maybe moving in the way you're expecting. It's taking a toll on you, on your health, on your energy. But really, with the Temperance, it shows the idea of weight. Things are going to be changing significantly. And if you have something in mind, perhaps this is what your future self is pointing towards, that new beginning. It's encouraging you, they're encouraging you to make that new beginning, because you will be celebrating the results that it's going to be giving you. So a clear message that what you're seeing right now is not going to be at all your future. In fact, with the Ten of Swords is an end of a difficult ride, where you are feeling like it's almost like a little death that causes a grand transformation to something much bigger and better. This is exactly what I see as your future self showing us or telling us what is happening exactly in the future of your career. Again, as a quick summary, you're now working on something relatively new in the future that you're really enjoying and celebrating. It's far off from the drama and the toxicity and the pouring of energy that used to happen, where you feel like you had to drag your feet day after day and feel like you're sacrificed. Now, with the background of the Seven of Cups, you don't see what's coming. What's coming is that something beyond your wildest dreams. It looks like you've made it big here, my dear pile number 3. I'm also taking a note here of the 5, 5, and 4. You know, 5 and 5 are halves of a 10. So I think this could be saying towards the half of the second year or the beginning of 2024, perhaps. I think this could be talking at about this time. Second half of 2023 towards the beginning of 2024, where maybe you're going to see something rise. Maybe this is preparation for when this blooms and picks up greatly in 2024, perhaps. As I always say, please take dates with a grain of salt. Things happen in the universe when they are meant to happen. I do mention them because you guys love taking dates, and it does happen for a lot of you on these dates, and it really surprises me. But always take dates with a grain of salt. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing with regards to your career. You're absolutely loving it and appreciating it, and you're moving away from a very difficult situation that you could be going through at the moment, which is really what I'm seeing here as your future self is describing. Okay, so I'm going to clear out these cards, and next we're going to be interviewing your future self on the position of your finances in the future. What is going on by that time? All right, let's now... Oh, this came out, so let's take it. Let's now interview your future self on the stance of your financial situation. What is going on in the future? So, pile number 3's future self. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'm seeing 3s. Maybe it's significant here. Can you kindly give us more information on the financial status of pile number 3, please, in the future? Right. I feel this one as well, so I'm going to take it. Let's see what is going on exactly. Right. So you have Venus in Libra with indecision. You have Venus in Scorpio with secrets. And you have Moon in Aries with protection. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look at your cards. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, but on the Knight of Pentacles, it's the Chariot figure. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but here we have the Chariot showing that something that was slow moving is now moving quickly for you. All right. You also have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Justice figure in the Queen of Swords. Again, with all of the Justice card in the career reading as well as the financial reading, I feel like something is becoming legal here. You have the Four of Wands, right? That card, a specific card, came in another pile. That's a confirmation if you've watched it. Again, you have the Chariot in the Emperor card. The Emperor is not there, and we see the Chariot ready to move. You have, oh my God, the amount of chariots in your reading. We can already see that something that was wishy-washy, you couldn't see the future of it, it was full of mystery, in my opinion, here, is now starting to finally move. This is the Four of Wands. It's a milestone. It's a card of a milestone. But we also see the background or the scene of the Four of Cups, which is doing okay, but wishing for more, hoping for more, knowing that you know you can get better. And with that, you see here the Ace of Wands as well, showing a new beginning has been creating, has been birthed. That's not the first time that we get birthed in your reading. In fact, we have an infant here, showing that you may not be seeing it in your future, in your present, but it looks like something is going to be birthed in the future that will protect you from the financial woes you may be uncertain about. So here, the Justice figure is in this card as well as this card. They're in conjunct to each other. Again, we're seeing something's becoming official, something is protective. When I see the Justice figure, I often think of lawyers which protect us. So you're being guarded. Again, that is right there. Forgot about that as well. So you're very much protected in terms of finances, especially in an area that you have been worrying about. Could it be shelter? Were you worried about shelter? That could be for some of you. You're protected against your worries in the future. And the Chariot card, as well as the figures coming up in different parts of your reading, shows greatly that something that was slow is now moving very quickly in terms of your finances. It could have been slow. You could have been taking little bit by little bit, and we can clearly see that something is moving. The Emperor not sitting here, You know, sometimes the Emperor is stubborn. Something, especially that it is coming with the stubborn energy of the Knight of Pentacles, is slow movement. And so I kind of feel like you're getting stability, but at the same time, it's not moving slowly. It's now starting to move very quickly. You also have the Five of Swords. Oh my God, look at that. This is the figure in the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about crying over spilt milk, feeling disappointed. Also, here we see in the background, we talked about disappointment. So I'm seeing you're overcoming, you're winning with the Five of Swords, because Five of Swords is either winning or being defeated. So overall, we can greatly see here you're winning, overcoming what used to defeat you in terms of your finances. And there is a clear new beginning that is sheltering you, that is protecting you from the unknowns of the future, from you being worried about the future. It's finally moving, and it's moving quickly. Oh, wow. You have the Eight of Pentacles. This is the scene of the Eight of Cups, where you're walking away from something. Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. It's also a card of work. So I see that now in your work, it's really interesting, because I'm seeing here in your work that now you have a lot of options, and in your future, it's up to you to mind them and to take them. Their blessings are all around you. You are now safe, and you have the option of making as much money as you want. It's all up to how much you want to make, all up to how much you want to mine or how much you want to grab. It's all up to you. You want to rest a little bit and take a little bit, you can do that. You want to work hard and get all of them, it's all up to you. So I really see that the power is in your hand now, which kind of makes me think greatly of, for a lot of you, having your own business. That's the kind of energy that will come with a card like that, but not necessarily. There are a lot of jobs that give you, like sales, for example. That's just one of them that gives you the opportunity to do more and get more. But opportunities are easily mined all around you. I see here that a new opportunity is waiting for you to ride it and move along, because I see your future self telling you that there is a lot of abundance and a lot of money-making opportunities that you will have in your hands in the future that will make you very satisfied. And it's all up to you to jump onto this opportunity or ride this opportunity to make it move quickly for you. Your future self is really confirming, is the word I'm looking for, is really confirming that your worries of the future financially and the uncertainty with things that you have to pay, perhaps because I see timing here. Time is flying, time is running out. Maybe you have to pay some things on time, and they are really worrying and scaring you. There is a grand opportunity that's really coming that will help you be free from the worries. I see wings all over your reading. You're being freed from these worries, and you are in a land that's evergreen, or a land that's full of opportunities, and it's all about picking them up whenever you want. I really feel like it's so easy for you to pick them up whenever you want. It's almost like a video game here, It's like enjoying it and finding it as a game. Whenever you want, you can always make that money happen for you. The Justice figure keeps showing up in your reading over and over, and it's making me feel like you will be signing some sort of contract that will change completely the dynamics of how you do things. I really feel with the eagle here, it represents governmental stamps in many countries. So this could be like, maybe some of you will be working with the government, or you'll have like this powerful stamp that gives you unique opportunities. Maybe this is talking about a license. you getting a license that will open up things for you, opportunities for you. All in all, I can't help but think that something legal that you will be doing will allow you to keep your money or allow you to make more money. Yeah. Or open up something in order to make that financial wealth that you have been looking forward to. So overall, things are opening up for you financially in the future, and you have many opportunities now to take things slow and take it on in your own pace, because I remember in your career you were really burned out. To take it on your own pace, and you can mine these opportunities and make use of these opportunities whenever you want. They are there for you to pick them up. And so financially, you are secure, you are happy, and you're making things move very quickly in your own pace, in the way, because with the Emperor, I feel like you are in control. You decide what you want to do. The finances are there. You can pick as much as you want whenever you want. Such a sweet and wonderful reading for your finances. Pretty new energy to me. I'm so happy for you guys. You get both worlds, where you get to be comfortable and mine as much as you want whenever you want. Okay, very cool energy. Right, so now let's take a look at the future of your relationships as soon as I clear the cards on the table and interview your future self with regards to that. What's going on there in the future? All right, so now let's take a look at what's going on in the area of your relationships in general. So, pile number 3's future self. Can you kindly give us more information on what's going on in the future with regards to pile number 3's relationships, please? So 1, 2, 3. I feel like this is moving. 4. Okay, so it's not meant to be. Whoa, 5 and 6. Wonderful. Okay, so what is going on here? Interesting. So Moon in Gemini with adaptability. This card always reminds me of Kali. I'll tell you why in a second. You also have Jupiter in Aries with enterprise. Okay. Maybe for some of you with the hand here, it could be a symbol of someone asking you for your hand. That's specific to some people listening, especially with enterprise, like creating a home together or something. And whoa, see the hands here again. Moon in Libra with companionship. So other than that, companionship shows me that you are certainly enjoying, celebrating. You have a peaceful and harmonious relationship with others around you in your life. Like I mentioned, for some of you specifically, if you're single, if you want to get married, I'm seeing this as a symbol of asking for your hand. And I really feel that there was some sort of chaotic energy in the history of your relationships. Maybe this is something you're going through now, or maybe in the past. Because like I mentioned, when I see this card, I remember Kali, as she was trying to save this world from this demon, and she was taking every bit of drop to save the world. And it was such chaotic times, to the extent where she took all this energy and she was trying to run, because she felt all of this, I want to say demonic energy, where she was taking it all in, and she felt a little bit unstable. And so Shiva saw her, laid down on the ground, and as soon as she stepped on Shiva, was able to take all of that energy, help her, and she felt grounded. So this gives me an idea that your future self is telling you that there's a lot of stability in terms of your relationships in the future. You feel more grounded and calmer. You no longer have to, with the demon, I feel like you no longer have to deal with toxic people. And you know, it was very clear in your career reading specifically. We saw the Devil and the King of Cups. I really felt like you had to deal with some sort of toxicity, maybe in your work or your life in general. So here we see the Magician, and we see the High Priestess here in the Magician. Wonderful. Okay. You have the Nine of Swords. That's also the scene of the Nine of Wands. You have the Empress, and we see the Death figure in the Empress. There's so much to unpack here. You have the Fool and you have the Hierophant. Wow. You also have the Temperance card, and we see one of the Lovers card holding the, or picking up the Iris. Iris represents the, in the Temperance card, the goddess Iris, which is a representation of a message from the gods, or a message being sent to you. And you have the Four of Pentacles. All right, so let's take a close look at what your future self is relaying to us here in terms of your relationships. There's a lot going on, that's for sure. You're around so many people. There's so much going on around so many people. Perhaps you're in a stable relationship in the future. A lot of you are definitely in a stable relationship in the future. And I see a new beginning, because the Empress signifies many things. One of the meanings is birth, and transformation also signifies the death figure signifies an end of an era, a beginning of a new era. So both together is an emphasis, because we're seeing that's the thing in common between these two cards, an emphasis on a new beginning in the area of relationships. This could tell me that you've, there was a massacre, like maybe you've ended so many bad relationships in the past, and now you're more stable. You are more selective of the people you want in your life, especially with the Four of Pentacles. You're keeping close those ones that mean a lot to you, that you feel safe with. I do see that in your future, you're much more guarded than you used to be, because here, this is the background of the Nine of Wands. You're strong, you're firm about your boundaries. This tells me here that you're not worried anymore. Nine of Swords shows that perhaps previously relationships used to bring you some sort of anxiety, and I see a new beginning with the Fool card, but now a new beginning with you having the keys. You are standing on your own with the scepter here. It shows the backbone, you're standing straight, and it shows that you're restarting a new beginning by picking the people around you. This time, you're not going to get into the state of feeling anxious and going through all the emotions that you have in the past, because you know how to protect your I was going to say future, your boundaries very well. So there's a great emphasis here on your future self, telling you there is strength in you, because this is the figure of the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So you're happy with the relationships that you have, and you're guarding them, making sure that you don't allow anyone in that doesn't have the energy that you like. But at the same time, with the Nine of Cups, shows me that you're quite active, because the Nine of Wands is, going outside of your comfort zone. So I see all of these elements. Let me combine them to you again. I see that you have strong boundaries. You're maybe not afraid to say no. You're not afraid to protect yourself, and call out any manipulative behavior that you don't like, toxic behavior that you don't like. I see that you're bolder, and I also see that you're not allowing in any sort of energy that would put you in the type of stress that you used to be in with these types of relationships, because I clearly saw in the career, remember, there were a lot of knives. Maybe a lot of people were backstabbing you. It was not good energy at all. So here you're healed, you're happy, you're living your life, and you're very adamant about protecting your boundaries, and you're living here. You've transformed, and you're living in a world that you love and enjoy, and your connections are very nurturing. But here's the thing, with the Death card, there is an element of not seeing things, perhaps cutting others off, especially that the head is chopped off to an extent where perhaps the old people cannot even see your world. How interesting. It's like some people don't have access to this beautiful world that you're living in. And they can't see what's going on. And I see a flag here, maybe symbolizing that you've won or overcome something. Obviously, you were in some sort of battle, my dear pile number 3. I'm so sorry about that. But in all cases, there is nothing that has to do with the energy of being sorry in the future. You seem to be strong, very strong and very strict about your boundaries. And you've built some sort of new land or a happy world that is keeping those away that don't deserve to be in it. You've greatly learned a lot of lessons from the past. And I see your future self here telling you that these lessons that you've learned are going to be key elements to you living that beautiful world that you're living in at the moment. Yeah, and looks like there is an element of love as well, especially with Sagittarius. This is love that is very exciting, love that is full of fun. That's coming in for you as well. And the Magician with the High Priestess. You know, there is something common between the High Priestess and the Magician. Both of them know a lot of secrets of the unknown and manifestation and how to create the world that you want. They're very much in access to the other world. And of course, with the gesture of the Magician, holding the moon specifically here, as above, so below, it gives me a great message, like a very specific message is the word I'm looking for, a very specific message that your future self is telling you you have manifested that which you have hoped for in the past. Those nights in which you wished you would achieve something, maybe these are nights with the moon that you have cried, especially that the Magician can sometimes be tricky energy. Again, it matches the energy of the demons that we've been seeing. Like, the Magician can either use their skills to be good people or they can use their skills to manipulate. So perhaps you have been wishing, not necessarily crying, but wishing throughout the night, like you've kept your hopes high during difficult times, holding on to your hopes and your dreams of looking forward to a beautiful tomorrow. And I get an element here of, although things weren't good, you always had hope and belief that the future would hold what you want. And this is what I'm seeing your future self telling you. I mean, two spiritual archetypes in conjunction to each other, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, both spiritual, as well as the Magician. It shows that what you have prayed for has come true, has manifested with the Magician in your world today and in the future. When I say today, of course, I mean in there today. So the overall energy of your reading is celebrate life, my dear pile number 3. And I feel like your future self in general wanted to say to you, you will not believe how much we're enjoying life in the future. Hold on to what's going on today. It may not look all that pretty, but in your future, it's going to teach you so much. And these valuable lessons that you will be learning will be applied in all the areas of your life, whether this is career, business, finances, or relationships. You will see that they will give you valuable lessons that will help you open up doors and create opportunities in the way that you wanted to create it for yourself in the future. And you will be celebrating your relationships and your finances and your career in the future. That's for sure. That's what we're seeing as the main energy that your future self wanted to relate to you throughout this reading today. Hold on, my dear pile number 3. It's all changing in a magical way for you. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. It looks beautiful for you, my dear pile number 3. And you know, the most interesting thing that I loved about your reading is the fact that you get to take it easy and you get to manifest the things that you want whenever you want. Especially, of course, it was in the area of work and finances, where if you want to get more, you get more. If you don't want to, you don't want to. It's all up to you, and it's all up to your desires. That's why you had all these wings, showing that you have the freedom to do what you want. All the best of luck with that energy, my dear pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I cannot wait for you to see the manifestation of your dreams. This is what I see your future self relaying to you today. There's something interesting, by the way, in terms of timing. This says 31st of July. Maybe, please take, as I always say, dates with a grain of salt. But when I do see something like that, just look out for it. Maybe something on that date or not, but yeah, look out for it, my dear pile number 3. This is exactly what I see. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to truly help you out in your journey of manifesting your dreams. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away. It's full of techniques that help you open your mind to brilliant ways of approaching productivity. Work smarter, not necessarily always harder. Techniques that help you tackle even the most intimidating tasks. And most importantly, it teaches you through applicable ways how to change to a healthy mindset towards productivity, because it's a journey that you're meant to enjoy. It's not a journey that you're meant to suffer through. Otherwise, you're really going to drop it. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. This is a book that I was very passionate about as well. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. This way you have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from whenever you want for the rest of your life. If you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it as well down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. We're doing an interview with your future self on your career, the future of your career, finances, and relationships. But before we begin, something synchronicitous, something that happened right before I started beginning your reading. I was telling a friend now about something that's really frustrating me. I was like, I tried this, I tried that, and I'm really frustrated. And then my friend said, don't be frustrated. And as my friend was saying that, I was looking at your pile because I was starting to, start focusing on your pile because I was about to begin. And I found it saying, do not be frustrated. As he was saying, don't be frustrated. And then he said, ça va marcher, which means or translates to, it's going to work, right? But marcher in French literally translates to walking, right? So as he was saying that, I saw someone outside the window walk that was wearing shorts that color and a t-shirt this color, and I was like, to say I was mind blown was an understatement. And I was like, first of all, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I hope it works out. But most importantly, it was done right before I started shooting your reading. And this gives me a clear understanding that this is a message meant for you, because I know magic things always happen or frequently happen to me before your readings, and I do know when they happen right before your reading, they are there as a message for you guys. So this means that, and the reason I'm sharing this is because I truly believe that your strongest message from your future self is, if you are worried about something at the moment, or you feel really frustrated about something going on in your life, especially in these areas, the future of your career, finances, or relationships, I see your future self confirming about not being frustrated that things will work out fine. It's going to work, ça va marcher. You have let go and feel peaceful. Do you see that, my dear pile number 4? It's such a magical pile. If you've been here, you know I love my dear pile number 4s. I love this pile. There's something so magical about it. And my dear pile number 4, if you're worried about something or frustrated, do not be frustrated. It seems like it's going to work out for you. Okay. So let's start interviewing your future self. We'll be taking 6 cards from this deck about the future of your career. Right. So pile number 4's future self. Can you kindly give us more information about pile number 4's career in the future? More details about what's going on, what's happening, is it all right? What is exactly going on, please? Okay, let's now pick up your oracle deck and ask the same. Pile number 4's future self, thank you. Can you kindly give us more information? I feel this one and I feel this one actually. On the future of pile number 4's career, please. Okay, so let's check out your cards. So you have Mars in Pisces with escape. How interesting. Maybe you're frustrated about something at work and you're escaping that. I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to put this card into consideration yet before we see everything. So first of all, we have escape. Second of all, you have Jupiter in Pisces again with seduction. Okay. And you have Moon in Taurus with exaltation. Interesting. Okay, with exaltation, maybe especially exaltation in conjunction to seduction, I feel like you're gonna be like someone's showing you off, or you're really desired and wanted by others, and this demand for you is helping you to escape something that is absolutely frustrating you. That could be something. Ooh, look at that. You also have 12, 12, and 2. So this gives me an idea that could perhaps be towards the end of the year, this year, and the beginning of next year. Something significant in that area is happening by then, or you're finally escaping something that's frustrating you. Okay. Especially with Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and great luck. Pisces lets me know that it's something that you're hoping for greatly. So maybe you already have an idea what this escape could be, seeing Pisces in your cards. And Taurus is actually receiving and manifesting that which you have been hoping for. Let's see. So you have the moon, right? And you have the devil here. What is it called? Crawling? So you have the moon cards. You have, ooh, that's the 7 of Cups. I see you achieving your wildest dreams. This is a crazy dream here. You know, 7 of Cups is like fantasy, something that you daydream about. And this is the background of the 7 of Wands, which shows that you've overcome a big challenge in your life with regards to your career, and you're holding in the future a large dream that you have been wishing for. And I see this shows that a lot of offers are under your feet of many people, because I'm seeing here the idea of many people wanting you, giving you offers like, work with me. But you're standing on a higher ground and you're like, thank you for these offers, but I am now holding the biggest thing that I have hoped for. Thankfully, your future is full of offers, and that's why it says don't be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful, because in the future, not only do you have a lot of offers on the table, but I see you winning and holding the biggest one that's far grander and larger than what you have hoped for and imagined, helping you perhaps escape a specific situation that could be making you very frustrated. You have the Page of Cups, and we see the Temperance here in the Page of Cups. That card appeared in so many readings today. Okay, you have the World card, and we see the Hanged Man. you know, that instantly translates to me as something that was on hold, or something that was on a long pause, or something that was making you uncomfortable. You could have been in an uncomfortable position, and there is the end of that discomfort. And again, you see the elements of the moon here, the two dogs and the scorpion that are in the moon card. They're not there, they are in the completion card. So you're ending the era of hoping for something better, the era of not knowing how things could hurt you behind your back or harm you. You're now more certain about your future. And I see your future self coming from a time where you're now exploring new lands. And you have, wow, the Judgment card. We see the Devil here up top. And you have, the Five of Cups. And we see these figures here from the Five of Pentacles dragging these cups. So what is that saying here? What is that saying? Since this is in conjunction to this Seven of Cups, I'm seeing your future self delivering the message to you to not limit your expectations. Because in the future, the sky's the limit. You have no idea what type of maybe offers you're going to be getting. So at the moment, the frustration could be a lack of maybe belief. Maybe you're very afraid. Especially that the Moon card is here. The Moon card shows that you may be getting wrong ideas with the Devil card here because you don't know what the future holds. And this shows uncertainty. And so your future self is telling you, you are full of potential. Don't limit your ideas, don't limit your vision towards what you can and cannot do, because it's that limit that could be frustrating you. You're not going to be stuck in this uncomfortable position forever. This era is ending. But for now, keep going up. Keep moving towards what you need to do. Keep balancing your energy towards doing what is necessary, because upcoming in the future, if you are a little bit patient, you know, I see you walking and dragging these cups, and you're afraid, you feel a little bit of the lack, not knowing what this effort is taking you towards. So this is saying here, your future self is telling you, it could be difficult at the moment, take it step by step, take it day by day, because here in your reading, it's very different from the other readings. It seems to me that you here are on a road and you know what you're doing. You're already building something. You don't know the future of it. It's uncomfortable at the moment. The whole idea in your reading is that you're afraid of tomorrow. You don't know what it's going to get. And so I see your future self telling you, continue to move towards your goals. Because although it seems like it's uncertain, it's that lack of certainty that is making you feel like it's such heavy energy to drag. And so don't limit your expectations. Don't limit your expectations, because far ahead, not only will you get so many offers and so many opportunities, but you'll be holding the biggest one that is even further from what you anticipated and thought. That is because in your future, you seem to be very much wanted. You're seen and wanted, and you have a lot of people saying, pick me, pick me, pick me, or be with me, do this with me. Because it seems like with that hard work that you're doing, that's probably frustrating you now, or that journey that you're on that is frustrating you now, it's taking you to a place where you are greatly desired. And far up ahead, you will be escaping this frustrating energy. Something is going to happen. I'm going to try to look at your cards some more and try to understand what's going to happen here. Perhaps since this is directly correlated to you being seen and wanted so much and loved, perhaps that demand, perhaps that great demand, what was I thinking? Of course, due to that great demand, you will be able to escape this frustrating energy and allow you to finally get even more than what you want. Because at the moment, what you're imagining, my dear pile number 4, is very limiting to your potential. It could be great to you now, but that will be the level on which we're seeing on this card. I see that you'll be getting way more than you think. And see with the Page of Cups here as the Temperance, I'm seeing your future self telling you be patient, take it day by day, slowly, because there is a new page here in your future. There's a new chapter where you'll be doing way bigger things than you even think is possible. And here I see 1212, that that reminds me of another thing. How your reading was full of synchronicity from the very beginning. I swear to you, this whole synchronicity that I told you about in the beginning was right before I was going to turn on the camera. I was just, making some remark, taking something off my chest before I begin. I was like, it's really frustrating me. I'm really starting to feel very frustrated with this situation. And my friend, was quickly telling me before I begin, don't feel frustrated. Ça va marcher. And then I see this person walking with these colors. I was like, this pile and the synchronicity in this pile. I cannot wait to turn on the camera and tell them about it. And already we can see more synchronicities going on. 222, have you been seeing 222 recently? There's a lot of synchronicity, and I see your future self telling you, you don't understand how your future, you cannot see it now with the moon. It's like navigating through the night, but here I'm in the day, and I'm letting you know that you are holding way bigger opportunities than you were thinking of. What you're thinking is way limited than what you can do and what you're gonna get. My dear pile number 4, it seems like your future is looking strong and bright and way bigger than you think it is. Okay, so now that we've had a good look at the future of your career, things are changing to keep going. It's uncomfortable now. And to remove the emotions of frustration is by removing the emotions of lack. Do know that it's going to work out way better than you think. Take it slowly, day by day. Manage your energy is your biggest advice from your future self. Just take it day by day, calmly, and it's going to work out. You're going to see. Take it bit by bit. Okay, so that's what I see in terms of your future self's notes or points that they want to deliver to you with regards to your career. Since it's an interview, they're saying everything that they want to mention to you. I'll clear out your table, and we're going to ask the second question. Interview your future self on your finances. All right, so now let's interview your future self on the state of your finances in the future. So I already see the cards popping up, so I'll take the oracle cards that I'm seeing. Okay, so pile number 4's future self. Can you kindly give us, I heard valuable information, so I'm going to use that, on the future of pile number 4's situation with their finances, please. What is going on in that area, please? Can you kindly give us full details on what to expect? Thank you. Okay, so you have Venus in Aries with lust. Oh, beautiful card to get right off the bat. I'm really seeing that you'll be loving, You're like, ooh, all of this money. I don't know how to translate the energy I'm feeling. Lucrative. It feels very lucrative. You have Mars in Aquarius with rebellion. I'm seeing in your future, you're breaking a financial barrier. and you're going above what you expected yourself to create. Okay, and look at the synchronicity already. 1, 1, 1. Wow. And 12 again. I'm mind blown. You have the sun in Pisces with vision. And look at that. They're all looking at you. I feel like what you have on your mind at the moment and you are working towards, because that's what we saw in your pile, in your career pile, you're already working on something, going towards something. So that vision that you have in your mind will be getting you a lot of wealth that is lucrative. And not only that, you're actually breaking a milestone, a financial milestone that you weren't even expecting with rebellion to like step out of. And now you're in a much different place financially. I don't know when now could be, but it could be with all of the ones in the beginning of the next year, towards the end of this year. That's another confirmation that it's the words towards the end of the year, beginning of the next year. You're making making lucrative money. Here, you have the Fool with the Hierophant on the precipice, and I see that what you're working towards is taking you to the precipice of a new chapter, a new beginning. And what you're creating now will be the key that will unlock this new door. Let's explore more. I see also you're in a big position with the Hierophant here. With the Fool, maybe you're in your early steps now. Maybe you're early in your road. And I see with the Hierophant in your future at that time, you're in a much grander position and respected as well. Whoa, you have the King of Pentacles, and that's the Angel of Love, talking about position. I really see that you will love the position that you are in, and it's giving you a lot of money, a lot of wealth. So keep going in the direction that you are in, my dear pile number 4. Please don't stop. You will be making a lot of wealth. Wow, talk about wealth. You have the Ace of Pentacles and it's falling in your hands. I keep seeing in terms of wealth, answering the question of wealth and what your future self is depicting for us, is that you will be holding in your hands a large lump sum that is very lucrative. You will be generating or making much bigger money and wealth than what you could be currently doing or what you used to have in the past. So that card again keeps showing up. This is the 5 of Swords, and we see you will be winning. 5 of Swords, it looks like a winner here. Why? 5 of Swords is either winning or being defeated. 5 of Pentacles is a disappointment. That's the figure of the 5 of Pentacles. So I see you overcoming these frustrations and winning. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Look at that. And you have, whoa, drunk with happiness. You know, this makes me feel like you have what you want and more. And with the 4 of Pentacles, I see that you're amassing with the 4 of Pentacles like a much larger share than what you used to get. Again, we keep seeing your future self emphasizing on the idea that what you're receiving is a way bigger share than what you used to get. So much so, I see you drunk with happiness. I see you fulfilling your dreams so much to an extent where it almost feels dizzying to believe that you are in that type of world where your financial power is allowing you to achieve your dreams one after the other that easily. I see you enjoying your life with the lust, and look at that. It's like, it's so lucrative, it's so enjoyable, it's so much of it that you are genuinely enjoying that area of your life. You have what you want and more. Your share is bigger. Your worth, your financial worth is so much bigger and higher. And yeah, with the angel of love here, you are genuinely loving your financial situation. That's for sure. And it's due here to the vision that you have now, that you're working towards, and that will, in which it will make you see other great ideas as you keep going. These ideas will help you expand on your potential and what you can be creating. And it looks like in the future, my dear pile number 4, you're making way more than you think that you can. And in fact, this idea has been repeated in your career, where your future self was showing us you were limiting yourself with what you can achieve, and in your future you're getting more and bigger opportunities than you thought. Remember that part. Here we can see the energy of your finances being mimicked in the same way. Your share is way bigger, and now we see that it's even more than what you wished for and hoped for, because at the end of the day, this is the 9 of Cups. It's a wish fulfillment card. And I see it's overflowing. It's way better. And it feels way better than you would have thought. So this is amazing, my dear pile number 4. And again, a lot of synchronicity in your reading. We keep seeing your future self confirming. Don't be frustrated now. It is going to be amazing. So live it peacefully until it happens, because if you would see a peek into your future, and which is what we are doing now, you would see that it's so enjoyable and so beautiful. There's no need to be frustrated and worried now. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful reading, my dear pile number 4. I love your career reading. I love your finance reading. Now I'm going to clear the table and we'll take a look at your future self's messages on what's going on in the future of your relationships. All right, so pile number 4's future self. Oh, thanks. Can you kindly give us information on the status of pile number 4's relationships with others? What's going on in the future? What is going on in the future of pile number 4 with regards to their relationships in general? What's happening? Can you kindly give us more details, please? Clear details of what's going on. And honestly, I feel like this one is speaking out, so I'm going to take it. Okay. A lot of cards here for sure. So what's going on? I'm already getting the idea that it's busy. Okay. So what's happening? You have Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Again, 11s and 12s are all over your readings. The 1s and the 2s. You have, again, Sun in Pisces with vision. Okay, 11, 12. You have Sun in Sagittarius with enthusiasm. And you have the Moon in Pisces with empathy. The 12 again, 11, 11, 12. Okay, I think I need to take a look at your tarot cards, yeah. So, you have the Hierophant. This is the Emperor now meditating in the Hierophant scene. Took off their armor and everything and they're meditating. Okay. First of all, although busy, it's quite peaceful with the Hierophant. And stable with the Emperor. Stability, and you have let go and feel peaceful. So you're definitely feeling peaceful, especially in this area. Ooh, you have Star, so a lot of healing. And a lot of hopes coming true as well in this area. Healing resulting to, you're working on yourself. You're healing, you're working on yourself, and it's resulting to you getting your hopes achieved in this area. Now, enthusiasm with Sagittarius shows me that in your future, you're exploring new areas of your life, new territories. You're having fun, perhaps maybe even traveling. And due to these activities, you're meeting people who are kinder, who listen to you, who are wise, and who are very loyal to you as well. So I see your future self giving you a peek into the future. I see that your future self is telling you that you will be meeting unique people that perhaps see the world in the positive way or in the spiritual way as well, that you could be seeing it. All in all, I see that your future self is showing us you're meeting original, unique people, maybe even around the world for some of you, but also because of original and unique things that you will be doing and getting yourself into that will help you brighten up this area of your life and meet loyal people. Yeah, okay. You have... Ooh, there's transformation here. Again, the angel of love. Keep getting that, don't you? You have the death card. Of course, the death card is a card of grand transformation. It's a major arcana. This is a big deal. I see you're healing. You're in a new position now with regards to your relationships. I see it could be an area in your life that was nearly dying or non-existent as well for some of you. Maybe you're all alone at the moment. It could also be an area you weren't interested in. Or an area that brought you a lot of pain. And with the angel of love, I see that this is rising. There is a resurrection in this area of your life. A grand transformation. And you're meeting people of all ages, that I'm seeing in specific. You're meeting different people of all ages, and you love your new community in your future. In fact, with the star card centering your reading, not only are these relationships stable and loyal and empathetic, but these relationships are the relationships you have been hoping for and you have been healing to get to as well. A lot of cleansing here. And also allowing you to heal as well with all the sun that we're seeing in the vision card. You have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment card. The background is a card of the Nine of Swords. That's why you see this person crying. So I see, it looks to me like you have been alone, it seems. And it's an area that could have been torturing you, my dear pile number 4. You could have been alone, anxious in the past, keeping away maybe from people, suffering from people that were in your life with all of that darkness. It could have been where you felt alone. It could have been really brutal as well. And I see all of the healing that's very significant or very clear in your future self's message in your reading here. All that healing that you have been going through is going to pay off, because Nine of Pentacles is another wish fulfillment card. Each one is like the Nine of Cups. Each one has a slightly different way of seeing that. But here, specifically, I see that healing is the result of you seeing things in different ways and you achieving these results. This could mean that as you heal, maybe you are able to do things differently, because these are different energies with the Hierophant and the Emperor. You could, because of the healing, you are now acting differently and doing things differently than the past. Also, another element is your exploration and you having fun as you explore that side of your life. it's stagnant now, but your future self is telling you that you will be doing fun things that you will absolutely enjoy. These things are unique experiences that will help you meet other people that you will enjoy your time with. I kind of feel like these people could be spiritual in nature. It's something that I'm seeing, to be honest. Very spiritual, but very smart as well, with Mercury and Aquarius. Like, you will have smart conversations with them. And your conversations are very explorative, very philosophical in nature with Sagittarius. And you'll have deep, interesting conversations that are out of the norm. And they will be relationships that you will love. That's why I see both of you listening to each other. The people that you're connecting with, there's a lot of interest in listening and seeing each other, because you love the activities that you're doing together and the conversations that you're having. And these connections are going to be very healing, because they seem to be far different from the relationships that you had in the past. With the Emperor, maybe the conversations that you've had in the past were very Hierophant and Emperor, they both have in common the idea of being very stubborn and very, there's a word, very traditional. But we see the Emperor in the Hierophant card meditating. So yeah, we're seeing something far different from the old energies of the Hierophant and the Emperor, which meaning you could be dealing with traditional people or people who are stubborn, and in your future you're dealing with more original minded people. I would say that's the way I can describe it here, who are more explorative and very interesting and love listening and talking to you. And these relationships are going to be very healing. You're going to have so much fun with these relationships. You have the King of Cups, and we see the Devil floating in the King of Cups. And you have the Hierophant again in the King of Swords. Interesting, right? And King of Swords again is very smart conversations. You have the Hermit, and we see the Chariot being hurt and moving away. This gives me the idea that you are walking away, especially with the Hermit. You're hermiting yourself from the old environment, and you're walking towards, and although it could seem like you're dying now, you're hit, you're dead in this area in your heart maybe, but you're certainly, it's not the end. You have grown, went introspect, of course, with the Hermit appearing, grown a lot, and because of this growth, you see new lessons have been learned, and it's making you a much powerful person with the King of Swords. This is the King of Swords, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the butterfly of the Queen of Swords, giving me the idea of intelligent counterparts. So some of you, in that case, especially with the Hierophant appearing, Hierophants can sometimes signify commitment and also marriage. So this could signify for some of you the marriage of two intellectual people who love conversing with each other, very smart people who will be very empathetic towards each other, but very interesting. So that area is also reviving if that area has been dead, since it's in conjunction to the Death card. Also, marriage here doesn't need to be romantic. It could be collaboration. This could mean that in the future you could be collaborating with an interesting community, and it could be spiritual in nature as well, that is very healing. And through the conversations that you will have with each other, there is a lot of growth and healing. But I really am tempted, and tempted is one of the key words, by the way, in with the devil. I'm very tempted to see why you have the devil card in the King of Cups. So two kings, and one of them there's a devil. So like we discussed, the devil card is temptations, desires as well, big desires, fire desires. And the King of Cups is balanced energy, someone who's learned and managed to balance their emotions. So the combination would tell me that you're enjoying things, it's like there are so many things that you desire happening in the area of your relationships. It's like you're passionate about the people you're meeting, but there's balanced energy. You're expressing your enjoyment, you're expressing your happiness, you're expressing and enjoying the things that you want to do, but in a balanced way, where you're not attached, you're not hurt by it, you're not easily going up and down. It's managed, where you're able to enjoy that which you desire so much, but you are doing it from a place of balance and maturity, my dear pile number 4. And that's why it's in conjunction to the Star card. Again, it's the same energy. If you notice, it's the energy of healing, and also at the same time having your highest dreams being achieved. So in the area of relationships, you're very balanced, you're very happy. There's a lot of healing specifically going on at that time. And there's a community that you love speaking to, that you love exploring things with. For a lot of you, there is a clear counterpart going on here, especially with the devil card, a lot of desire, a lot of attraction. And most importantly, you're leaving that stagnant area of your life with the death card, like inactivity, I would say, total inactivity, to you meeting people of all ages and sizes and races. And it's all about the spiritual aspect. All you see is the beauty of this connection. Very healing, very beautiful area in your life. Again, you keep getting that towards the end of the year. My dear pile number 4, I would say you've been getting 11, 11 and 12, 12 a lot. Who knows? Look forward to that dates. Always take dates with a grain of salt, as I always say. But keep it in mind. If it happens, it happens. It will be a great synchronicity. And my dear pile number 4, the biggest message from your future self to take from this reading today is don't be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. You know that song? Don't worry. Be happy. I think that would be the song that your future self is channeling or passing on to you today. And my dear pal number 4, loved your reading as always. May you always be blessed. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to truly help you out on your journey. They can make your journey specifically very easy, because the productivity handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, as I mentioned. It's full of techniques that help you open up your mind to brilliant ways of approaching productivity. It's about working smarter, not always necessarily harder. It's about, it shows you these techniques on how to tackle even the most intimidating tasks easily. Overall, you find through the ideas and the techniques in this ebook, ways in which you can have a healthy mindset towards productivity, enjoy the journey and not having to suffer through it. Because if it's a journey that you're meant to suffer through, do believe that you will be dropping it. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, I truly encourage you to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It's a book that I know you will enjoy. I have partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes. giving you the rest of the day to do whatever is important for you. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates. And this way, you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll also find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 4, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you the best of luck. I truly enjoyed your interview with your future self. From the very beginning, even before the reading, your future self has given us clear guidance and synchronicity to what you could expect. I hope your future self was able to make you feel, I believe, less frustrated, less worried, to let go and be peaceful, because the future is looking amazing. And my dear pile number 4, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.